What is up, you guys? Back at you with another video. My name is Anton, and I do college football videos with the Canes in Focus. Now, as you saw, the first part of this video is going to be game clips of spring practice day 2. The second part of it is going to be the inside scoop of what exactly all transpired that was not in the video clips. And then the last part is going to be my evaluation, and stay tuned for the end of the video. I have something kind of secret cool special at the end. So, let's get into it. Now, the first part that you want to know about is definitely the quarterback competition, but it's the most exciting, so I'm going to leave it for last. Wide receivers, KJ Osborne was an absolute beast. This guy was balling out 2 days in a row. He's definitely going to be a huge impact. He is an absolute star, and without question, I'm going to throw up a video right here. He's a leader. That video right there is him and Tate staying after practice, playing, throwing balls to the max, grinding away, putting in work. They're leaders. These guys are leaders already as transfers. Great to see those additions to the team pay off dividends that Manny Diaz just said himself. He's impressed him so much, he didn't expect him to impress him that much. He knew he'd be a good impact, but not this level, so that's great to hear. Also, Harley was doing great work, was just being a great wide receiver, baller, making great routes and catches. He talked about a little bit of a quarterback, so I'm going to give his comments at the end. So, offensive line, nothing to note about there. There wasn't much media viewing of offensive line. Secondary starters are still the same. Blades and then Bandy at cornerback. Carter and Knowles at safety. Knowles did get injured. He looked limpy, and they said it was his hip yesterday. Today, they said he was holding for his kind of hand and all that, close to his torso. But Mandy said after the media viewing that he got up and he was able to put work in. So just kind of keep that on the radar. He might need to take a day off or two for practice. Linebackers, Pickney, Quarterman were starters. Finley was at striker, so there you go. That's on 7-on-7 drills. Shaq Quarterman defended Cam Davis on a certain play, and the whole play is kind of wild and lauded him for it. So he's doing good. I like seeing good news about the defense from practice 2, which is different. Practice 1 was all offense, so that's great to hear. Nothing to know about defensive line. Injuries are still the same. However, McLeod was limited with his hand yesterday. He was seen working out a little bit more today, so we'll see about that. Wilder's still out. He's going to be out for all spring practice. Brian Pollindy and Lingard are both out with the knee. I mean, they're barely working out much, but they'll be probably to the end of spring practice. More notes that I would say, this is more personal opinion, is motion on offense. Motion on offense. Every single damn play has freaking motion. So keep that out. Watch it. That's awesome. Great to hear. And Danny Enos' offense is going to be completely different from what we're used to. Next part is Gilbert Frierson. He made some nice moves. He blocked the ball that was going to be going for Jeff Thomas. Rump, he went up screaming and ran the length of the football field, just going hooping and hollering. If this guy is not a guy that you don't want on your team, I don't know what you're looking for in a coach. If this guy gets so hyped over such plays, that's just awesome. It's ecstatic, great to see and hear about that. Bandy also broke away a pass. Rump was jumping like crazy. They were saying he was like 37 yards in the air. I mean, he was just excited, pumped. So defense was making plays, but don't make mislead you that offense was not making plays. Offense looked very good today too, actually. KJ Osborne, speaking to that, one-on-one versus DJ Ivey, destroyed him, shredded him. He's going to be making big news in this year, I'm sure of it. Harley, he called Tate a short general when talking about the quarterbacks. He was talking about Jaron Williamson. Dude, this guy throws passes like he's from the NFL. I mean, they're on the ball. Just perfect, on the money. I love how he throws them. He didn't mention much about Perry. I don't know what's up with that. People seem to say that Perry was doing well, but just kind of less of a focus on him. Not sure what's up with that. Is it just everyone's excited about the shiny new toys, or what's going on? Because, Perry's got the experience on his side. So we'll see. Interesting note is Manny Diaz did say that Asa Martin was not applied for a waiver. So those who are wondering, like, what the heck Tate got is, Asa definitely had a reason to. They're planning on sending him a year, which is great and makes sense. We have so many running backs at the room already. So that's the deal there. Interesting note. So quarterbacks, the most exciting part. Quarterbacks, 7-on-7 rotation was as follows. N'Kosi Perry 1, Tate Martell 2, Jaron Williams 3. Don't make that mislead you again. Basically what happened was you had Jaron, N'Kosi, Tate, and then they took Jaron, put him to the bottom. That's all it is. They're just rotating everybody in and out. Don't make that overthink you. Jaron Williams was throwing some really impressive throws to Wiggins. He did make a mistake and threw one that could have been intercepted, which on that play, Knowles got injured. Pope still reeled it in and was able to get a good gain, but it's definitely, you can see his inexperience there. But other than that, everyone was very impressed with Williams and talking about, like, man, this guy's the most consistent, perfect passer is what they're talking about him and saying. Of the 2 days together, he's actually impressed the most, some guys have said. Now, keep in mind, this is a little biased and all that, but this is just the news I'm trying to gather around from all sides of the ball. Perry showed flashes. His touch, basically, if it's 20 yards or more, it was on the spot, on the money, perfect. But he did throw a couple of passes that were, behind the receivers. They were working on some crosses. And then back when it came to the goal line and they were throwing some passes to running backs, they're working good goal line routes outside, but he kind of threw it too far ahead for them. Tate Martell excelled at that one. They said Tate did much better practice today than he did yesterday. Yesterday was not a good practice for him. Tate was throwing really good passes. He threw one perfectly to Brevin Jordan on the goal line situation and such. So there it is. That's basically the whole surmise of what transpired, what's going on, catch up on the quarterback's play. And at the end of this video, I'm going to throw up some interesting interviews and insight on the Canes.
No, because we practiced the same way today as we did yesterday before we knew. In my reactions, I'm happy for Tate because that was something that every day he was waking up and wondering, what his future was going to be, and I'm also I think he feels good, but I think everyone feels good because they feel like the right decision was made. These cases, they all rest on their individual laurels, and on the outside, no one really knows what the details are, and it's hard because people want to make assumptions. This transfer case versus that transfer case, and they're all unique and they're all different. And the NCAA has a very hard job, and it's not just football. This has been going on in other sports for much longer than it's been in football, and so the details of what Tate's case were, from very early on, we were cautiously optimistic that this would be the ruling. And so the fact that it came through, we feel everyone in the process, did a great job.
And how do you want Jaron and Nkosi to react to this? How did you sense they reacted today in terms of attitude, in terms of any other factors you look at?
No different than the way that they would have reacted when it was first announced that Tate was coming, that they understand that this is the University of Miami and there should always be an expectation of competition. No doubt, no different than how Tate should react to Jaron and Nkosi every day at practice. This is going to be a competition, and we all want to talk about the quarterback for a good reason, but we won't be who we want to be unless we have some really intense competition for playing time, at practice. And so that was the reason why with a lot of the transfers to try to stir up some competition in our locker room.
If you stayed all the way through the end of this video to this part, thank you so much. You're a true fan and a great supporter of this channel, and I can't thank you enough. I do have one thing I could ask you to do. If you go on any of my videos, there's a link down all the way on the bottom. It's new. It's Patreon. If you could just click it, it's going to throw you out to this website. I'm asking you to do one thing. Just click it. See if you want to support. My name is Anton. I make YouTube videos and Canes Insight, all college football world. Just click the link and look at it. I'm not saying donate, but if you can, I have several tiers set up over there. If you start off, you could do as little as $1. The price, of a little Gatorade bottle, and if you could do, the price of 2 smart water bottles, that's great. That's $5 a month. Anything helps. 10, 15, whatever tier. There's some stuff you get in exchange if you help me support as a creator. I greatly appreciate it.